Hi there, everybody. This is Lee, and I'm talking about homelessness today. The reason why I'm doing that is that I stopped by the Green Party's website just to read the latest press releases so I can see what the state and local Green Parties are up to. And I did see a press release by the Gateway Green Alliance, Green Party of St. Louis. They have a press release: join Picket to defend all homeless shelters in St. Louis. And apparently, the City Hall in St. Louis is attempting to shut down New Life Evangelistic Center. They call it NLEC, NLEC. And this is about the same time that we're in mid December when temperatures are about to go below freezing in many parts of the United States. And so the Gateway Green Alliance, the Green Party of St. Louis, supports all the homeless shelters. They emphasize the need to defend NLEC because it's a critical shelter of last resort for the desperate people who cannot afford a bed anyplace else. This action to maintain support for this homeless shelter is this Saturday, December 17th at 3:30. It's going to be at St. Louis City Hall, 1200 Market Street, and that's at Tucker. And they want to prevent closure of a homeless shelter when there are people who actually need that shelter for survival. It makes the difference between existing in an enclosed place under a roof with heat and then on the streets in the middle of winter. So if you're in that area and you have some time and compassion and empathy to spare, definitely meet the Gateway Greens at the St. Louis City Hall to prevent that shelter from closing. And so that's one way that the housed can help the unhoused. There are also ways that the unhoused can find tips for how to survive as a homeless person. And I say this because it turns out that there are many guides on the internet, people who have been homeless or they're preppers. And so they have translated their skills as preppers to urban survival for the homeless. They provided guides online. And there's even an Ask Reddit thread that I found with many tips. Looks like there's 168 comments on this thread. So people are interested. They've got information to share. They have information that they're trying to find. And so there's discussions on things like this. I also found another kind of a guide. Let's see, this is at survivalmastery.com. How to be homeless, short guide for survival. And so it goes through very basic tips like where to sleep. One suggestion is a car, camping, couch surfing, hostels, shelters, sleeping in public places. And then there's how to eat, hygiene, toilet, shower, how to make money, aluminum cans, collect change, internet, selling sperm or plasma, participating in trials and surveys, getting a job. Also, medical care. So the basics of survival are covered in this article. I'll leave a link in the description. And if you are in that condition yourself, or if you know of someone, or you are about to be in that condition soon, this might help you. There's another website. It's called Preppers Will. We have the will to outlast everything. Their article that they created is Homeless Survival Lessons. Good tips for all. Shelter in a time of need, use of your vehicle, homeless shelters, urban campsite, fire and heat, hygiene, how to deal with your clothing and bags, food and water, the basic needs of humans, The mental courage only a few of us have. And so, actually, there's some mental and spiritual tips here as well, how to care for, how to survive mentally the stress. And there's a Quora thread as well. What are the best homeless living and survival hacks? How can you best survive and thrive as a homeless person? And this is a very long thread, so many tips here. I'll leave a link in the description that goes here. And then the final article I found is Urban Survival Site, How to Survive in the City When Disaster Strikes. And they have 10 survival tricks learned from homeless people. And I'll post a link in the description to this. And so there are many tips and tricks and methods and ways that people have used to survive homeless. Post-recession, mortgage crisis, many people had to go to Plan B, C, or to Plan B, C, D, E, and then all the way to Z, and then back again. And so it could happen to anyone. Paychecks come and go, medical conditions come out of nowhere, things happen. And so if you are in a position to help someone else by providing supplies or using your voice to prevent a shelter from closing, then that's a wonderful thing to do. If you have knowledge that you wish to share, and many people have, that's also a very wonderful thing to do. So we can all help each other, I think. And if you are the homeless yourself, someday you might be in a position where you'll be able to not only help yourself, but someone else and pay it forward. But anyway, these links will be in the description, and hopefully they'll help someone. Good luck.